What 23andMe's disease report can and can't tell you. In 2013, the FDA barred genomics startup 23andMe from offering customers a report, based on a vial of your spit, that could tell you about how susceptible you are to getting certain diseases. In the time since, 23andMe has only been able to offer its ancestry report without the disease information. This is good news for the well-funded, billion-dollar valuation startup, which is helmed by Anne Wojcicki and has been around since 2006. And it might be good news for consumers interested in learning more about their health with some important caveats. 23andMe can analyze your risk for 10 diseases. With its new FDA approval, 23andMe is allowed to give you information on your susceptibility to 10 diseases, according to the FDA: Parkinson's, late-onset Alzheimer's, not early onset, celiac disease, inability to digest gluten, alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, lung and liver, early-onset primary dystonia, a muscle disorder, factor XI deficiency, a blood clot disorder, Gaucher disease, organ and tissue, glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency, red blood cell condition, hereditary hemochromatosis, iron overload, and hereditary thrombophilia, a blood clot disorder. The company will start providing these reports this month on 5 of those, including, most crucially, Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. 23andMe cannot tell you anything about cancer, which is likely the number one thing potential customers would most want to know. In the past, it did analyze cancer risk, but that was what most concerned the FDA. Regulators worried that a false report of risk might spook someone into getting elective surgery that they did not need. And indeed, voluntary double mastectomies are on the rise in America, as young women with family risk of breast cancer are choosing to do something about it before it happens. 23andMe was previously marketing 254 different tests for its disease report. Now it advertises just 65 plus online reports on your ancestry, traits, and health. What it can't do, still, is actually diagnose disease. Our tests do not diagnose any health conditions, 23andMe warns. As Jeffrey Shuren, director of the FDA's Center for Devices and Radiological Health, cautioned in the FDA announcement, it is important that people understand that genetic risk is just one piece of the bigger puzzle. It does not mean they will or won't ultimately develop a disease. 23andMe's test can only tell you that you are at risk. It gives you a percentage of risk of those diseases. It can't tell you with certainty that you will or won't get a certain disease. Instead, it might only upset you. Scientific American asks, too much information. Learning that you have a high risk of getting, say, Alzheimer's, can cause major panic, and there's nothing much you can do with that knowledge. This is why, before you can view your disease information, 23andMe warns that the report may cause emotional difficulty and could affect the health of your family. The website also shows you a series of slides, before you view disease information, that define carrier and variant, like a little science lesson.